Hey traders, welcome to a cryptocurrency market update on XRP. I'm your host Swizzle Shizzle, and I am here to give you some realistic price expectations for XRP over the coming weeks with some technical analysis and a tad bit of fundamentals just to kind of set some realistic expectations for you guys. So let's just get right into it. First thing I'd like to bring to everybody's attention, I think a lot of people tend to watch this indicator, is the exponential moving average. This is the 200 moving average on the 1 hour time frame. So you'll notice it tends to have some good price interactions along these swing movements, so swing lows, swing highs. And you can see we are currently set right above it. We've had a couple solid tests. The price is currently running into it as we speak. This is one I like to watch, and we'll keep watching, but the real ones I want to bring to your attention are the Fibonacci moving averages. So we have the 1 hour, which is currently a support level for us. So we have these extremes on the chart. So these big wicks that come down tend to interact with this price level. We have yet to in this range up here. But one level that we really need to be paying attention to is the daily Fibonacci moving average. So if we take a look at this, we can see that back in December when we had our big appreciation event and ran up to just shy of $3, we ran into resistance at the daily Fibonacci moving average. From that level, we pretty much fell about 30-ish% down into this range and consolidated all the way for the rest of the year, and kind of used the 1 hour FMA to hold us up, but other than that, there wasn't much in the way of this consolidation range. After we started to come back up over the course of the new year so far, so in the month of January, we have now rallied back into the daily Fibonacci moving average. And so far, we have rejected it once. I don't necessarily think this is as bearish as it was the first time, because we have ran into it again, which is technically most of the time a relatively bullish sign that we are retesting resistance again and we're not just falling away from it. So just to keep these in mind, this again is the daily Fibonacci moving average, and this is the 1 hour Fibonacci moving average. I use the Fibonacci moving average plus indicator on TradingView, which is free to access. It's actually my own indicator. No bias. I think it's just that good. And with that, we can go into some key levels I have on the chart. So obviously one everybody's looking at is the prior all-time high, which is at 384, which we kind of almost had a push to. I think if there was more hype around this movement and less scarcity around the media and everything, I think we could have seen a bigger push here, but we didn't get it. So I still have this level as a target for some sort of price action, whether it's a wick or we just blast right through it. And then I want to mark out the prior high over here at around 290. This is another key level for this area. Any large time frame, high time frame breaks below this level will be kind of a bear signal for sure. So definitely want to watch out for that. And moving in further, we have a macro fib extension, which is drawn from the prior bull market. So we had this, low back here in March of 2020. We had this high, this low. So that's where this Fibonacci extension is drawn from. And we have a key level here at the 1618 that we just found resistance at with this price action here. That's a very key level, keeping eyes on that. If we get above this and hold it as support, I would like to see it continue to hold as support. But now we'll get into some of our ranges on the chart. So we're going to pull up a couple of these. So we'll have this macro daily support. I drew this level off of daily price action. I think this level will ultimately hold as long as the current bull market is a go. If something happens, like a black swan event or otherwise, maybe something local to XRP where the bull market is no longer, in the cards, I think this level will most definitely fail. But outside of that, I think this is a very, very solid level. If XRP manages to get down into here, I think this is a huge buying opportunity. And then if we zoom in a bit more, we have a couple levels up here. So we have a all-time high, or sorry, local high range right here for resistance, drawn off the 4-hour. This is confluent with that 1618 level. I think this is going to remain a hard level until we get above it and prove a decent amount of volume into a range above this. And then we have this range support here. So we have kind of just a lot of action at this level since we've been into this range. There's obviously one deviation below it, but other than that, this is a very solid area for any sort of, small time frame swing trades, or if you're just trying to accumulate some more XRP in your spot bag. I think anything in this range is a great spot to be buying. So that's about $3.02 to $3.07. And then we have a more local, but still kind of macro Fibonacci extension, which kind of gives us a little bit more downside potential here for any levels if we fall below here. So we have a 382 at 286, $2.86. And then we have this 50% retracement at $2.69. I think if we have any large pullbacks on XRP, this is the primary area I'm targeting. It is confluent with the 1-hour FMA. It is confluent with this macro daily support. And obviously it is confluent with itself here at the 50% retracement. Anything below here, this golden pocket definitely comes into play, but I wouldn't place any bets on that now. We definitely need to see a huge breakdown to even consider this level. Another level I want to bring attention to is this 326 level. It's kind of just like the range high. There's a bit of a stack of volume here on the point of control on the VPVR that is confluent with this 326 level. And that kind of gives me a mid-range resistance for like these swing trades. So anything bought down in here, typically I'm looking to get out before or at this level. I'm not really taking bets trying to hit up here because this is kind of the extreme of the range. We haven't had too much price action in it. But with all that being said, all my levels on the chart, I do want to give you some ideas of where we might go. So first thing we're going to talk about, which I know in cryptocurrency is typically frowned upon, but we always have to consider both sides of the trade, and that's the bear case. So for the bear case, I currently see that if we break below this support level and drop out of this range, we're likely going to come down and retest it. And then it's pretty much a game of chicken until we get below this swing low here or this 382. If we drop below those, I expect to hold support in this range here, and we might see something like this, where we get a bull case out of this support. If we don't find support in this range, I definitely see an extreme bear case where we could fall as low as 229 and still be in a bull market. Anything below these swing lows down here at 229, I am very scared of what could come of XRP at that point. That would be a huge red flag for me, and I think a lot of people in XRP, because over the course of December, a lot of people got into XRP at these levels. So if they're about break even or negative on their bags, they're probably going to have some reason to start capitulating or exiting, and that could cause further downside, which could lead us to break the $2 mark. And if we break the $2 mark, I think most people are going to see XRP as an exit. With that being said, we can now talk about the bull case, which kind of flows to the upside along with this neutral case here if we came down to the support level. The time frame on this one is just a little quicker. And the key area here is the 1st of February for me. So I'm looking at the 1st of February as bringing higher volatility to the upside in terms of just a new monthly candle and a lot of bullish things going on in the market. And to that extent, there is this $4 level, which would be the next major psychological resistance level above the prior all-time high at 384. So if we don't just walk through the $4 level. I would expect to see a bit of consolidation here starting February. If the monthly candle or weekly candles need to have wicks on them, then I would expect to see something like this falling down into this neutral case. So if we get up to $4 and we don't just blast through it, then I would expect to see this move here where we retest the prior all-time high, retest $4, and then probably come down somewhere into this daily Fibonacci moving average, which, since this is a moving average, it's hard to say where it might be. But I think it could be somewhere in the 360 to 370 range, right around here. And then if it came down in there, held as support, I would expect to see more upside, targeting this 522 level at the 2618 of that macro Fibonacci extension. And with all that being said, I do want to point out that my price targets are a lot lower than most people on the internet. I think a lot of people in the XRP community especially have some very extreme price targets, and a lot of them may say things like market cap doesn't matter and stuff like that. So I want to bring the attention of some fundamentals here and just recall to everybody that XRP is currently sitting at the number 3 spot on total on the market cap board for cryptocurrencies at a market cap of $177 billion. My ultimate high price target currently for XRP sits just shy of $10. $10 XRP nets a value of about $550 to $600 billion, which would currently trump the Ethereum market cap by quite a bit. And I know a lot of XRP maxis are going to say Ethereum doesn't matter, XRP is way better. The fact of the matter is both coins have been in the space a very long time, and Ethereum has held its market cap better than XRP for a lot longer. That doesn't mean XRP can't go higher than it, but it does beg the question of what's going to drive that. Something has to drive that appreciation. I know the ISO 2022 narrative is huge. I think that's the reason a lot of people are still bidding XRP. However, I think an imputed value of $600 billion on XRP is probably close to the maximum of what we're going to see for this cycle, just based on how dominance flows work and other things that I could get into in a supplement video. But just in lieu of keeping this video short, I just want to bring that to your attention that $5 to $10 are kind of my upper targets for XRP. I think by, mid-February to late March, we could see $5 to $6 XRP. I don't know where the top will be, but we will have to wait and see what's going to come of the market. With all that being said, I want to thank you if you've made it this far in the video. I appreciate your time, and if you want to see these types of updates more frequently and before they hit YouTube, I would highly recommend clicking the link in the description and going and signing up for a free trial on ETS, Elite Trader Society. Our Discord server is full of great minds, and we love to discuss topics like cryptocurrency and other, stock options and futures. We have alerts and all kinds of different things going on in there at all times. So again, thank you for your time, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.